The Chicago Bears took on the Green Bay Packers to open up the 2023 season in what was a very anticipated matchup for Bear fans. The hype was built up through free agency, the draft, and throughout the offseason. But what took place on Sunday left Bear fans scrambling for answers and in total shock after going down 38-20 at home against their rivals from up north. Many Bear fans went through the footage to see what happened, and I thought I would join that process too. I pulled footage that I deemed pretty significant plays from each quarter that played big roles into forming the end result of this game, and so with that being said, let's get started here in the first quarter.
All right, here we are. So in these plays on these screenshots, I'm going to include the quarter as well, what the play result was. So as we get started here, we have Tyler Scott, who's going to go in motion, and he's going to end up at the bottom of your screen on what's going to be a pitch from Justin Fields. But this sort of play, DJ Moore is running a corner, and he's going to get open in this slot right here. So when we watch the tape, we'll see what that corner does, number 29. So there's Scott in motion. And look at the corner. Corner's going to play some zone. He's going to bite down. But look at DJ Moore up there running that corner. Let's go through this tape. Kind of playing around with it. Look at DJ Moore right there. In that zone right there, there is time. In the NFL, this is an open play. And Justin Fields needs to make this throw. And I say he can because he does it later on. This is a play you have to make at this level. He doesn't have that much pressure. So it's 3rd and 13 here for the Bears. This is where you need to get off the field. And there's some miscommunication here that was brought up by Lance Briggs after this game. And you can see it on this play, and I'll kind of go through it. It starts with Jalen Johnson down there. But this is a play where you need to get off the field. These are momentum killers for defenses. And so we'll see here what happens with Jalen Johnson. So Jalen Johnson, he's going to start this play. He's going to look at Eddie. He's going to try to communicate. And it's like no one is hearing him. And so with Jalen Johnson, what he's doing is he's lining up in outside shade. So let me stop the footage. Outside shade is where the corner is preventing any routes from going outside. He's funneling everything in, which means hopefully there's help. And as you see here, he's going to be a little surprised by that body movement and just gets beat inside right there by Dobbs. I mean, this play absolutely stumps me. Like, was Kyler Gordon supposed to hand this coverage off to Edmonds and drop into coverage and pick this ball off? Was Eddie Jackson supposed to go down there? It's a broken play on defense, miscommunication play. All right, so here we go. The Bears right here in this situation, the defense, 3rd and goal. All you need to get is a stop. Bears are going to be playing some zone here. Jalen Johnson down on the bottom of your screen is going to hand this coverage of Dobbs up to Eddie Jackson, and Eddie Jackson just whiffs on the coverage here. And so we'll see that right here. Let's start the footage. So there's Eddie Jackson. Eddie Jackson's kind of right there, backs up, hand off coverage from Johnson. Eddie Jackson gets beat, touchdown Dobbs. All right, so let's look at this. Jalen Johnson playing zone. He's going to hand off coverage to Eddie Jackson. He's going to pick up the underneath route. And Eddie Jackson in this situation needs to understand he has no help inside. Tremaine Edmonds picks up the one man. And Eddie Jackson he needs to stay inside. He goes outside and just gets beat.
All right, so the situation here, 2nd and 12, Bears have the ball. This play is a dump-off play to Herbert. It still is a first down, but you want to see Justin Fields get aggressive. This is what he talked about. He could hit more here. So we're going to see Mooney go in motion, and when Mooney goes in motion, Jaire Alexander is going to pick him up, which means that safety up there needs to pick up more, and that's a one-on-one situation. Let's look at the tape here. So Mooney goes in motion. Jaire picks him up. Watch DJ Moore. DJ Moore is going to get this safety turned around, and this ball needs to be thrown by then. This is a play I know Fields could definitely make. So on this play, it's a screen pass, 1st and 10. Ends up being 2nd and 17. Foreman is going to catch a screen down there on the bottom of your screen behind the 3 receivers. And Robert Tonyan just ends up getting demolished here. I mean, he was unhealthy going into this game, so you question if he should have played. And so here he goes. He just whiffs this block, and it's just a loss. Look at this. Tonyan, oh, man, lets this guy get past for a loss. All right, 2nd and 7 for the Bears. This is going to be a pitch over to Foreman to the bottom of your screen. And I think this is just a mess up from Claypool, just one of several mess ups on Sunday. This is a block that he should make on a different guy, but instead goes to the same guy Wright goes to. So there it goes. Claypool messes up. Foreman gets tackled for a loss. And so when we look at the footage here, look at Claypool. Claypool tries to go for that guy that Darnell Wright's already going to. It may have messed him up.
I think Claypool needs to go to this guy over here. If he gets this guy over here, it's a game. All right, so it's 3rd and 7. You hope Getsy has a good play call, but unfortunately he doesn't. So to the bottom of your screen here, Jair Alexander is going to be doing a corner blitz. He doesn't get picking up, which forces Fields to have to scramble. This play has me scrambled myself because look at this play. It's 3rd and 7. And look at all the receivers here. They're just going to go flying deep. Komet's the only one who stays underneath, and he's covered. What is this play? Fields scrambles, get the first down, but come on, Getsy. This play right here has me sick to my stomach. It's 3rd and 20, and the offensive line, like these are the areas where it needs to get better. It's 3rd and 20, and this play falls on Nate Davis. So let's look at Nate Davis right here, right? He's your right guard right there. He is just gonna get absolutely destroyed by this guy. I mean, he does this weird like dodge, like he goes under his arm. I mean, is this WWE? Are you like dodging the clothesline? Like Davis here needs to lock in. This isn't the first time today that he's done that he's messed up. You need to get that block. You need to secure that because now you force a scramble. Oh man. All right, 3rd and 6, right? You hope the Bears can get off the field here. This play falls on Tyreek Stevenson. Again, I think there's miscommunication here of which guy he's supposed to pick up and the trips left right there. And so it's just a mistake here by him. Everybody knows what they're doing except him. So we'll see right there on the bottom of your screen. He's going to be guarding Torrey, and Torrey just does this dig route, and Stevenson just gets lost in the sauce. First down, Packers. Man. All right, 132 to go in this first half. Claypool just absolutely effortless play, leaves his teammate out to dry. That's Darnell Mooney. It's worth noting that on the screen pass where Claypool's blocking, this guy is 200 pounds, Claypool 238. So it's a 30-pound difference. And look at this. Just gets absolutely driven back. Poor effort. What are you doing, Claypool? All right, so 3rd and 10. Can the Bears defense get off the field? Well, no. Eddie Jackson, just another poor coverage play, just gets exposed, blown coverage here, and this is by the rookie Jayden Reed for the Packers. Jayden Reed's going to go in motion to the top of your screen, and this is a zone because Kyler Gordon is going to hand it off to Jackson to go cover that underneath route, and Jackson hesitates and gets beaten right there for a big first down that leads to a field goal. So let's look back. So Gordon, there's the motion. Gordon goes, hands it off to pick up underneath. Jackson, it's in his zone, but for whatever reason, he hesitates. So look at Reed. Reed comes in. Jackson hesitates, maybe thinks Edmonds has it. This may be a miscommunication maybe between both parties. But just another blown coverage by Eddie Jackson.
Okay, let's pause for a minute. At this point, the Bears held the Packers to 7 points for 2 quarters until that last play that leads to a field goal. The score is now 10-6, and both teams are headed to the locker rooms. At this point, you would hope the Bears make adjustments, but that isn't the case. They don't know what the third quarter holds for them.
All right, so 10-6. It's 3rd and goal right here. Bears need to get a stop. This is a handoff to Aaron Jones through the C gap where Brisker is going to be, where Eddie Jackson's going to be, and neither of them can make the play here. You know, I want to see Eddie Jackson get physical. I want to see Brisker get physical. So let's look at this angle here. Brisker is at the line, just reacts late. Eddie Jackson hesitates. He takes just a bad angle here. So let's look at it again. Look at the poor angle there. Man, you just got to see better reaction. All right, so the Bears defense weren't the only ones missing their assignments on this play. It's a bootleg, and Fields gets sacked. And this play is really on left tackle Braxton Jones. And you'll see here why. It seems like he whiffs on this play, like he doesn't know where he's going. So here comes the snap, and don't know what he's doing there. He runs back to go help Fields. That's usually how you know a player's at fault here. So yeah, like look at this. It's a bootleg. He needs to pick up that block. And Komet's going to be running underneath. It's just it's a messed up play on offense, and it needs to be addressed here. All right, so Bears back on defense, cover 1, single high safety. TJ Edwards is going to get burnt here by Aaron Jones. And this is just a situation where Edwards needs to know he has no help inside, and he takes a really bad angle here. So let's watch it here. Aaron Jones is going to be running like a little option. So he goes out wide. Edwards wide stance, and he kind of stops and just gets beaten by Aaron Jones right here. Okay, so let's look at some run blocking issues here that happened on Sunday. This one's by Cody White here, the left guard. He's just gonna miss and whiff on a block. If he seals this block, it's definitely extra yardage for Herbert. And he still gains a couple, but it could have been better here. So you'll see this angle, Whitehair just kind of lazily gets over there, misses that block, and here's the other angle. If he just seals that linebacker off, and I'll pause it like right here. Look at the hole, and it's just a missed block, and so it's just another example of the bad run blocking that we witnessed past Sunday. So hopefully that gets better. I can't believe I have to talk about this again. Chase Claypool, lazy effort, just bad blocking, leaving his teammates hanging out to dry. Seen it before earlier, and here it goes again. He whiffs on this block, and you'll see at the top of your screen, he doesn't seal off the safety here. And it just results in that safety hitting his teammate for a poor gain. And there it is right there. Just poor blocking. Look at that. Just doesn't even try. He just kind of goes out there lazily, just throwing his hands. And then he throws a little fit after. And it's just like, what are you doing, Claypool? Like, man, just really poor blocking. So this play, Darnell Wright is in pass pro, going up against Gary one-on-one. He will eventually get help from Davis right next to him, but they both just cannot stop him. I think this is more of an issue with Wright and kind of his kick step and what he does on this play. So you'll see here, once the ball is snapped, he takes his kick step, and then it seems like he stops briefly to adjust right there and then just gets beat. Davis takes a weird angle, and it just results in pressure. Hopefully that's fixed. So here's the scoring drive for the Chicago Bears in the third quarter. Fields to Mooney, and you'll see why this is just such a great throw by Fields because he is under pressure in this play. So Mooney is on the slot. He's going to be running a delayed wheel route concept is what it looks like. And they're just going to scheme him open by using Claypool to go into the zone to kind of confuse the corner. And so after this clip here, you'll see why this is just such a great play by Fields. So when he snaps the ball, you'll see kind of Claypool getting in front, and they kind of cross a bit. Mooney's going to get this ball. And so look at this next clip here. Let's look at Davis. Davis just gets absolutely beat here. The right guard. He's just going to get bullied. But look at the throw. Perfect. So look at the situation here. 3rd and 8. Got to get off the field. You see 2 safeties. This is another blown coverage by Eddie Jackson. And this play is going to look eerily similar to earlier on a 3rd down play where Jayden Reed goes in motion, attacks Eddie Jackson's zone, and Jackson just gets beat here. So you'll see it there, Reed in motion, top of your screen. He's going to cross over, and then look at what happens. Eddie Jackson delays, like he hesitates. So there's Jayden Reed, right? Gordon's going to pick up the guy underneath. This is Eddie Jackson's job. And you'll see here, look at the Brisker drops into that, cover 1, right? It's like a play disguise, but Jackson just blows the coverage again. So this is a situation where if you're a quarterback or if you're Justin Fields in this moment, you need to hit DJ Moore. DJ Moore is going to get past Jair Alexander, who goes to pick up that underneath route by Claypool. And you'll see here, he has time to hit Moore. And Moore's running like a fade or just like a go route. And here we go. He beats Jair. That's when the ball needs to be thrown. I'll show another kind of slow-mo of this a little bit. So right here, DJ Moore. Ball needs to be thrown right there. Look at the pocket. It's good until up to this point. And even if you do hit Claypool on this route, it needs to be way earlier. I think Justin Fields waits a little too long here. Gets Claypool sabotaged right here. Here's the dreaded play. Linebackers here, Green Bay are going to drop back. And Mooney's going to kind of go into a dangerous territory here on just this deep route. And Justin Fields here obviously throws the interception. So you'll see here. I wonder if even DJ Moore probably was a little open on this play, but still just look at Justin Fields. He's just staring down the middle this whole time, throws the interception. We know what happens next. It's return for a touchdown. And this is just like a vision issue for Justin Fields that you hope gets fixed soon because it can't just keep happening. So you'll see here this angle. Look at Justin Fields. Look at his head. Just in the middle. picked off. They're reading his eyes right here. Right? Look at this. Just looking in the middle, staring in the middle. There it is. Oh, man. Yeah, it's not a pretty one. Not a pretty one right here.
So, what should we take from this game? Should we as fans panic? The short answer, no. It's week 1. We saw many teams struggle to get things going, such as the Bengals, Steelers, and Giants. There's room for growth in each of these players that were mentioned multiple times, and you just have to hope that serious adjustments are made. Buccaneers will be hosting the Bears for the week 2 matchup, where we as fans hope offensive adjustments are made to help get this ball moving more consistently. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as it does help the channel.